Rob Seacoe, Future Farm. Today's innovations, tomorrow's solutions.
So Ben, there's a lot of sensor technology that's available that can be placed on the irrigation pivots and things of that nature. Can you tell us about what some of these do? What do they detect and what it does for the farmer?
Yeah, you bet. So on these pivots here, we've installed Valley Insights, so there's cameras on the pivots, and those throughout the year are going to look at emergence, insects, and weed pressure. So they're going to be able to detect things a lot earlier than you would be with the naked eye.
Chad already alluded to the soil moisture sensors that will help him determine when to run the pivot. And is there anything else sensor-wise that we may be able to utilize on these pivots? I mean, there's a lot of remote technology for running them, right?
There is as well. They're all installed with Valley Icon panels, so they have AgSense in them. So Chad's able to remote monitor them and remote control them, which actually is going to cut down a lot on a lot of trips here to the field, seeing if they're still running. If something breaks down, he can get someone out there right away to get it fixed, so there's a lot less downtime as well.
So what's Chad going to do with all of his extra free time, just sitting in the office on his phone running pivots?
Well, actually probably what I will do is with the Insight systems on these irrigation pivots, yes, that information is great and we can look at it on our phone, but we still have to ground truth it. So we have to go out, we have to actually put boots on the ground, scout the fields, and then make that decision on what we're going to do. Is it a rescue treatment? Is it running, the pivot because we had crusting and we want to get good emergence? So that extra time is nice, but it gets eaten up pretty quick.
It's well spent elsewhere, that's for sure.
My name is Andrew Emoti, and I'm an irrigation specialist for Belmont. I can't really stress the importance of stuff like this enough, because you can't just, how many people are out there just looking at the neighbor and whether their pivot is on. That's what decides it. So it's a really simple way to get into putting some thought behind your irrigation, and benefits of putting more thought into your irrigation and being a little more efficient can be cheaper. I mean, it's cheaper to run your farm. Your operation is sort of optimized. You're not putting chemicals into that. You're not pushing chemicals through the bottom of the soil profile. So if you're on a 160 acre field, usually they're split up into 160 acres, and the most average pivot you'll find in Nebraska is a 7-tower pivot that covers 120 acres. And so you need to make up a bushel or two to pay for something like this. And just having an extra eye on your irrigation and not missing 1 or 2 irrigations that you really needed during a hot part of the week can easily save you a couple of bushels. Especially towards the end of the season, there's a lot of emphasis in irrigation put on the last couple passes of the season. The goal is to save water here, really. Of the 2 things that determine a field's yield, there's irrigation and there's nitrogen, and that's pretty much, those 2 sides of the equation pretty much make it. And so using something like this will help you know that you're not losing money by just pushing chemicals through the profile and not having them available to your plant.